Hello there, beloved Ascension Pioneers, beautiful family of light. Welcome to this short holiday update for all of us. I have a offering. Spirit showed me this offering for those of us who really wish to move deeper into just tuning into the essence, working with the essence, because where we have been so far, it had a lot to do with being stimulated from the outside, which then triggered a certain feeling from the inside. And the words, texts, books, scriptures, videos, all the content that stimulates us from the outside resources. But where we are now, a lot of us, where we're moving into our self-mastery, and just recently Spirit shared this beautiful truth with me. I was sitting on one of my mountain, elven cliffs, and Spirit said, true masters only teach self-mastery, not teachings. They are self-taught from within, from their own inner illuminating, overlighting presence of their own I am. And this is where a lot of us are going through, but we're going into this space of really trusting our mastery, but this requires us working with the essence and becoming knowers, not thinkers. Just recently, Jeffrey Hoppy and the whole team of Crimson Circle, they shared a beautiful update on this, how and what it is to be a knower. And I've just seen Larkma shared about asking ourselves who we are, what we are, and where, how we are. And it's very important because it's not a kind of sense of what I feel in terms of emotionally. A lot of us have been releasing these lower emotional templates, and we're removing is this knowing, the knowing of our consciousness. And yesterday we did this, it was this intense activation that after some of the releasing, I was guided there to sit with my mom. We hold hands, and I said, look, let's just surrender. And all of a sudden Spirit began to channel through me, and there was this amazing activation with allowing the light of I am to step into our being, into every cell, navigating our body, us surrendering beautifully to this overlighting higher presence and becoming the master, becoming this informed, becoming our own guide, trusting this light of the I am. And this was such a strong activation. Afterwards, we felt like floating. We just thanked Spirit. I thanked myself for the ability that I can translate this light. And afterwards, we had some purging, and my mom really had an intense reaction to it. So I said to her, go take a bath, just be, a lot of us are in this space where so much is coming through. We need to just be, and we really need to honor that. We really need to honor that space. So with this in mind, it's working with the essence is something that is stimulated first through our consciousness, and then the consciousness then directs the movement of what we feel in terms of working with this new energy and setting the templates of these essences that are completely soul-based. They come through the overlighting presence of our I am. They start descending through our soul, and we as a human, we embody it. So again, there's this Holy Trinity, Mother, Father, Child. And as I've shared with you recently, it's that sound, the light, which is the color, and of course our breath, which is the act of embodiment. That's how we bring it into our physical form. So it is really important for us, for those of us who wish to move deeper. So this season, this holiday season, Spirit said, it's definitely for those of us who are so progressed in our mastery. It's not about nothing external events, even family drama, nothing like that. It's really about deepening, because we also will have this, we'll have a full moon on Christmas Day, which is going to be in Cancer, which has a lot to do with this divine feminine, this divine archetype of the motherly love, being nurtured, being cradled. And through this essence that we are moving into, it's not really being stimulated from the outside, if you know what I mean. We still are beings who live also on the outside. We have our life from the physical reality, but we don't just engage from the outside to within, but it's more like within to without. And basically those two intertwine. I'm not saying we never get stimulated from the outside. It's just that there is a cross intersection. There is this interlayering that allows us to also merge with that higher light, which is the simulation of our consciousness through that essence. So as a lot of us are moving deeper into this, we simply need to let go of always being stimulated by words, always needing approval, confirmation, read so much, research so much, because in truth, a lot of this content is based on the mind, and the mind can be manipulated, the mind can be distorted, it can be a lot of times an illusion, and if we get too smart, if we get too much into this research through the mind, our spirituality is never really going to be influenced from within, and this within is something that no one can tamper with, it's no one can manipulate with. There was a lot of this, what's happening on the outside world, there's a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of hypnosis happening, a lot of people are being triggered through these hypnotic alterations of the awareness that they have, and it's almost like the awareness, there's this battle over to gain our awareness, and the awareness cannot be given, it cannot be stolen once it comes from within, once the essence is the consciousness, and once we really flow through the consciousness. So let me share this beautiful holiday challenge that Spirit invited us into, and you decide if you want to participate, okay? So what is this holiday season Ascension Pioneers challenge that I'm offering to you, that Spirit is offering to us, for those of you who want to work more with essence, not just, you know, the words. I often, you know, did these readings and these messages, and, you know, people always say, oh, thank you for these messages, I love the words, I love to resonate with the words. But words, you know, even words can be tricky sometimes, you know, they can stimulate the mind. A lot of times people still love to hear what they want to hear, and they say, oh, I'm getting this confirmation, I'm getting that. But as we're moving deeper, we really are going to work with pure sound, light, and breath. So if you haven't been working on this yet, and you've just been accessing your spirituality through words, through the power of the written word, or, you know, sharings via any kind of media content, go deeper. I'm not saying stop with that. I'm saying in parallel, please develop your consciousness further, because we are evolving, and this is where evolution is leading us. So the challenge that we have been presented by Spirit is, you know, I'm going on this short holiday for these, this holiday season, which means that I'm going to be only devoting myself to the inner work. I'm not going to be sharing anything on the outside except that which I'm guided to, random photo on Instagram or something like that. But the challenge was that every day, as we wake up, as we start our day, first it's very important to work with the shielding with the white light. A lot of people are not shielding yet. A lot of people can steal the energy of those who are empowered when we don't shield. With the dome of the white light, also can be a pyramid of white light, it can be anything. I'm going to record a light activation on this very soon as I can, because it's very powerful for us to do that. And as you start your day, just move into the essence, which means we will create an altar, a sacred altar, because we're still physical beings. Sometimes it helps that we put these triggers of how we receive this essence. So what we will do, we will create an altar. It can consist of anything, such as, you know, your art, oracles, stones, crystals, nature objects, whatever it is. But be careful not to take too many things from nature that are supposed to belong in nature. You know, nature has its own course. Ask, you know, first, ask to receive. So when you do the altar, don't do any readings such as, you know, oh, this is this energy, and trying to mentally access what the reading means. When you do any kind of space, it's essence. When I do work through essence, it's usually, when I work with sound, it's the vibration that comes to me through this angelic singing. And as I work with light, I use it in my art. And as I work with breath, I work with Tantra. I do these tantric exercises and breathing and yoga. So these are all three very important components. However you wish to access them, it's your guidance. But as you create this altar space, you know, it can be, we're going to do it in a circle, like in a mandala. We're going to bring in this tiny little desk, table, and we're going to create this mandala. We'll share it with you on my Instagram page, probably on Facebook as well. If you want to share what you will create, if you participate, please tag on Instagram. Always, if you want to share with us, use the tag Ascension Pioneers, and that's it. Because it's good that we would spread also in Instagram. It's very important that we connect that way as well if we want to. So as you do that, just sit with that essence, sit with that which was created, which is created, and sit with it. Don't think about what it means, give it meaning, give it words. Just sit with it. Just meditate, be in the essence. Feel the essence of the whole energy that's coming through on that day. And then as you finish your meditation, it can be a walking meditation as well. You don't have to just sit with it. As long as your presence is focused on filtering through that essence, well, basically, it's not filtered. It's just descending into you. And as you're accepting and allowing this essence to pour through you in its purest form, no filters, then towards the completion, when you feel ready, then do anything such as empower that essence in your physicality through, again, using sound, light, or breath. basically all together is the most important. So you can sing, you can dance, you can create a piece of art, whatever it is in your own way. It doesn't have to be like physical art. It can be anything that you feel drawn to. You can do nature art, you can do things in nature, but anything to strengthen that essence which you feel coming through. And as this is complete, just be with it. Be with it for a while, because whenever we release or receive something, it's then very important that we also strengthen this new. We're going to be working with essence, creating these creation pillar templates once again, because they were distorted a lot on our planet. And those of us who are creation pillars, and those of you who are light workers, whatever you are, you know your purpose and your path. It's very important that we establish these pure essences again on this planet, without any filters. Language has lots of filters. Written word has filters. Anything has filters. That's why when basic truths were written down, people were using them to interpret them in the different ways. So if you're a spiritual seeker only through the written word, you're always going to get in the loop circle again, because you never will fully start to work with essence. And this is spirit. It's spirit work. It's the inner work that you do. The outer work aligns you. It makes you share. It makes you go out there. That's how I'm doing as well in a way. But the first thing, the primal thing, is the spirit communion and connection. So for any kind of work, I describe these things already in my mastery courses. There's a lot of focus on this, how you can attain your self-mastery, how you can go deeper. And remember, we really have the ability to become our own masters, to be self-taught through our illuminating presence. And it's important for us. So if you're also guided to participate in our challenge, please do that. Please share your pictures. If you use Instagram, tag as Ascension Pioneers, or whatever kind of way you're guided to share. So thank you so much for the light that you bring. But it's very important not just what you bring to the collective, because we have, Spirit showed me this yesterday, as after spending this few hours on my Elven Cliff, is that we have, right now we're in this threshold, and a lot of people can choose still to be in this mode. And this is not a worse mode. It's not a better or worse. It's just different in energy, different in scope of serving. And they can choose to help others, to follow other masters, to kind of go in that direction, which is to help from a lot of it is personality based, and that's okay. It's people, the world also needs that in a way, of course. But there's those who are moving to purely engaging in their own self-mastery, and this is how your purpose will broaden, the spectrum will widen, you will serve on a different level. That's it. It's just going to be a wider range of your understanding. Understanding will deepen through this knowing.